Hi there. So this is our first meditation practice on our meditation challenge, 10 days of light. So day 1, and we're going to do mindfulness of breathing, Buddhist technique. So make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Your hands could be palms up, or if you prefer, they're at the lap. Let your eyes close. So we will begin the practice in just a moment, but before we do, just bring your attention onto your breath. Inhale and exhale. You're turning the flashlight of awareness onto your breath. Coming into your center, you're arriving in your meditation space, on the mat, on the cushion, on the chair. The inhale, rising breath, and the exhale, the falling breath. Good. I'd just like to ask you to bring to mind 3 things that you are grateful for. To practice gratitude before we start. What were you grateful for today? Could be grateful to have shelter, grateful to have food, grateful to have friends, grateful to have a sense of humour. 3 things. You could say them out loud, or you could just say them in your mind. What are you grateful for? So we'll begin the practice of mindfulness of breathing. Bring that flashlight of attention back onto your breath. Start to observe the breath, the rising and the falling breath, but don't lengthen or deepen the breath. Just let the breath be as normal, as natural. And we're going to begin to start to count it. So you inhale and exhale, and then count 1. Inhale, exhale, count 2. Inhale, exhale, count 3. And so on until you reach 10. And once you reach 10, you're going to start again at the beginning. And you go on in this manner until I ring the bell and we go to the second stage of this meditation. I will practice with you, but every so often I will remind you to come back to the breath. If you notice during this practice that you have stopped counting and your mind is thinking, then as soon as you notice that you've gone off, you bring your attention back to number 1 and you start again. I will practice with you. So where is your mind? Stay with the count. If your mind has wandered off, gently bring it back. Lead it like you would a small child by the hand, back home, back to number one. Glue your mind to the flow of the breath. So keeping your attention and your concentration, your eyes closed, we now just switch our focus. You inhale, and just before you inhale, you count this time. So you count 1, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale. So you're counting the breath before the in-breath. So just flowing into this part of the meditation now. And again, you're counting to 10 and then coming back to 1. Make a firm commitment, a determined effort to stick like glue to this breath and the count. Where is your mind? If your mind has wandered off into a thought pattern, perhaps you can note what sort of content the thought was or had, but then come straight back to the breath. What flavour was that thought? Now again, keeping your awareness concentrated and focused, we're now going to stop counting the breath, but we are going to keep our attention very much on the journey of the breath. So as you inhale and exhale, focusing on the feeling, on the sensation. What happens as you inhale? How does the breath feel in the nostrils? What happens to the shoulder blades? What happens to the ribs? What happens to your belly as you breathe? You become interested in the breath. You allow your consciousness to circulate with the breath, to merge with the breath. And again, at any time you notice that you start to become seduced by thoughts, pull yourself back or out, back onto the breath, back onto the focus. Perhaps your breath has deepened naturally. How does that feel? Now the final part of your mindfulness of breathing is to refine your attention now so that you are focusing on the breath entering the nostrils, just underneath the nostrils. As you inhale, you're aware of that little tickle of breath, that coolness of breath as you inhale, and you leave your attention there. Notice how it changes. The temperature changes as you inhale and then as you exhale. Notice the flare in the nostril. Notice the subtle movements. And your attention becomes razor sharp. You're flowing your awareness, you're flowing your consciousness, observing that point, the base of the nostrils. And your thoughts may well jump around. They may start to kick and shout. But you, as the master or the mistress of your mind, firmly take control and stay firm with your awareness and your concentration at the base of the nostrils. Calmly and firmly. And then let that practice go. Keep your attention, your awareness quiet. If you need to stretch your legs, feel free to stretch your legs out. But then we are going to flow this meditation into giving out some healing. So if you bring your palms out in front of you, and then imagine that you had a white light. This white light was streaming down from above you, down into the crown of your head, filling up your body. And particularly settling in the heart center. And then moving down along the arms and to the palms of the hands. And you can imagine that this energy is healing energy. And you can direct your healing intentions, your love, compassion, to any person that you feel may appreciate some healing at the moment. You could say their names, or you may prefer to just imagine the earth, Mother Gaia, in front of you, and And that healing energy which is coming down through the crown of your head, circulating around your body, at your heart, and then through the arms, through the palms, streaming down to Mother Earth. So you see the blue and green planet in front of you, and this energy swirls around our beautiful planet. Our planet absorbs this healing light. And you can imagine that the planet lights up as it receives this energy. It lights up. It becomes brighter and lighter as we send light on this first of 10 days of light. Your whole body flooding with light and healing and love and compassion, and giving out the same into the world, into all people, for all people, for nature, for the trees, for the mountains, for the rivers, for the streams, for the woods, for the forests, the people, the animals, the rocks. And then bring the hands into the heart center. Take an inhale, and so it is done. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Well done, everybody. Namaste. Remember, do this meditation for the next 2 nights. If you know it really well, then by all means, I don't need to be on. You can just do it without me, but do send the healing at the end so that we join together. Okay, so enjoy. Well done.